That's all they think about is that sword. I'm going to hit him with this sword. I got to hit him hard with this sword. And put a foam sword in their hand, they're like, oh well, I guess I'll do what he says. I'll just ping it out there. And because we have this idea that because we have this in our hand, everything else goes out the window. We had to get rid of that. So, if I let him sit here like this, okay, he's still using energy, isn't he? So I don't care. I'll let him use that energy. Now I'm in trouble because he can usually know energy. So now, okay, there you go. Good. Hey, who's using energy? Right? Now, I'm not really going to do that with my shield. But the idea is, if I can use less energy than he does, who wins? Hopefully, I have a better chance at winning, right? Because at some point, for him, at some point, he's going to attack. He's like, okay, I had enough of this. Okay, I'm getting a little tired, I have to do something. As soon as you get somebody in the I have to do something zone, who's better off? Me. So here we are. So we just talked about breath and using that tension with your sword, right? Now this is tension, right? Get some tension, I lean back, I can drop this a little. See how he's wanting to readjust? See, I'm just constantly wanting to put. And then inside that, like that last one, I ducked, and as soon as I dropped back, he's like, oh, I can relax. I could actually spring out of that into a shot, right? So if you were learning things like we did earlier, while just applying tension, right?
That's one thing that a lot of guys at the Detroit practice do though. So make you feel like that pulled out,
yeah.
And then you get that relaxed, and you took that like half step back, and that's when they jump in there. Because nobody calls poles, so they can jump on it.
Yeah.
You have to be conscious about that.
Okay. So again, nice and here it is, nice and hard, and I relax. I point at different stuff. Now I'm very safe because that leg was all the way behind, wasn't it? Okay, I'm still putting tension. If he doesn't pick it up and you think you can throw. If you think he might counter, take it down. And then he's going to throw that offside because he's like, I'm close enough to throw that offside. Okay? But because mine wasn't a real shot, I can make a block. So now I give him throwing that, I fake something, he throws the offside. Go ahead. And then he brings that offside back, and I just... Because he told me earlier he was going to throw the offside when I just gave him hard control, right? So tension leads into a lot of different things. So there's tension with your weapon, there's tension with your range control, right? And you use this. There's tension with working in corners and changing your tempo. See, because I'm controlling my tempo, he's having to rise and fall with the way I'm controlling it. It's just like I'm running. If I'm like, okay, I want to get these guys tired out and I want to win this race, I'm going to pick up my tempo for about 30 seconds. I'm going to make them run a little harder, and then I'm going to slow my tempo down, slow my heart down, so I know I got another couple of laps, and they're burning it a little longer than I burn it. That same thing's happening right there. He's jumping up. As he jumps up and gets his energy up, right? Now I'm relaxed. And I'm leaving that energy up until he's like, oh, I'm done this. Then I get back in there again. And he gets his energy up again. Then I relax. Until he's down again, and then I jump back in. So now I'm doing that, I'm breaking his wind down with what? With movement. With change of speed inside that movement. Does that make sense? This is relatively advanced. And it's very, very hard to get used to changing directions like that. Okay? Ron Baller, I spent probably the last 2 years doing a lot of that. And there were really bad points in it where we forgot about other stuff. But it's thinking through even now, to move like that, I have to think. Okay? But I am also thinking, I'm breaking my opponent down. Give you a feel how far you can break somebody down. I've got people just to quit because they can't hit you. I've gotten people to have so bad back cramps because they can't breathe that they have to bend over. I've gotten a guy to puke that way because keeping somebody in tension that long is really difficult on them when they can't breathe. Right? It's just like running. I mean, how many times you run so hard that at the end you're like, oh, my stomach's done. And you do it. So you can actually get to that point. Okay? But you have to have total control inside that. And when I say total control, I can't let him get here and surprise me. That's not control. So my control is sometimes if I know he's fighting in a way that the tempo is not hurting him, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I know he's ready to throw something. Hey! See, now he's using a lot of energy, isn't it? I didn't really do anything. But I get really small and defensive, right? I let him, if he wants, let him throw a couple things. Suck him up. You use a lot of energy when you're doing something. Okay? You also use a lot of energy when somebody buddies up right in here. You get very excited. So you can use that as another way of controlling somebody's breathing and energy. You notice all around this, we're controlling their breathing and their energy all through this. I mean, I'm not in a huge rush to worry about when I'm going to hit them or how. Breaking them down to different. Okay? The other piece of breaking somebody down with tension is breaking their head down. In other words, we're talking breaking them down physically via breath. Now I'm going to break mentally. I want to break them down. Here I am. People will tell you absolutely never do these things. I don't care. I still do them. So here I am. I'll throw a quick jab, right? I'll throw a jab. Extreme range, just a touch. If I touch you, what do you think?
Crap, you're in range.
Crap, I'm in range. Crap, he touched me. Okay? Another one, watch. Here I am. Crap, I gotta watch my arm, don't I? Right? So now what happens? Now look how that sword got straight. Bang. Okay? So we're creating the idea of I'm breaking his head down. Good fighter, here I can be. I'll push that, I'll push this, push these legs, push the arm again, push the head, push the arm head, leg, head. Okay? All of a sudden, what's he thinking? Holy crap. Right? Now he's no longer thinking about hitting me. He's thinking, how am I not going to get hit? This is the reason why you don't just walk out there against somebody and go, okay, I'm going to make this shot work. Because if he's set up, I know I can't just make my slot shot work on him. He knows it's coming. He's fought me forever. So if I'm out here and I set up and I throw here, he's going to block it. Okay? But if I'm out here and I throw here, get him used to it, and then I shoot over here, now he's thinking, uh-oh. Now, so if he pulls this down, we create what gap?
A slot shot.
Okay? Sometimes, you don't necessarily, I try to throw at my opponent to a good killing blow. Sometimes I throw at my opponent a shot I know it's not good. I don't let him take it if it does hit them. In fact, it's meant to hit them, but it's meant to hit them light. But if what I want to do is be very safe, I'm way out here, right? So I'll be in here and I'll just tap it. That touched him, right? That touched him. But I'm being safe. All I'm doing to him is making him think. That's what I want him doing, is I want him thinking. Because now he's like, I really got to watch this offside. It's sooner or later he's going to sink that one. It may be something I can't actually sink because it's too dangerous. I can throw that shot because at the range I'm throwing it, I know he can't hit me. But if I sink it, he's going to club me with that offside. Right? So what I'm doing is I'm just making him think about that hit. And then I'll change it. Here I am. So I just changed 3 ways. Went for the hip, went for the head, went for the arm. Okay? So now we're just trying to make our opponent not know what we're going to hit him and where we're going to hit him. We're trying to make our opponent, as soon as you see your opponent go out of initiative, or out of the ready to throw state. So right now he's ready to receive. As much as he's standing. Now this time, make it look like you're going to hit him. See how he's pushing that sword a little? He's ready to throw something, isn't he? Okay? He wants to throw something. Okay? So we're ready to both throw. Now if I do this, now he's ready to throw, and am I? I'm not. I'm like waiting for something. Not always. We can use that if I have the right, if I set it up right, I can use that. But you have to be very careful because you're leaving him with the ability to be one step ahead of him. So you got to be a little careful. He could just throw a tap. Here I am, and he just taps the outside. So now I'm thinking, oh damn. Now he taps it again. See, now he set it up for the other side. Were these good shots? Absolutely not. But I have to watch them. So in my head, he's working something different there. I'm like, I gotta block that. And then when he even just put pressure over here, I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. You know, I have to watch that now. So now after I watch so many different things, it's too late. I'm too busy watching my defense to really push the offense back on. The fight is right in here. I push, he pulls, and then he pushed intent back on me, and then I push intent back on him. And that's the fight.
Yeah, well, 90% of the time.
If you can make the fight, you're just pushing intent on him, and you can tell you're breaking him down, not sure, he's got that unsure look in his eye, then you're winning that fight. Okay? But if I just walk in, what am I not doing at all?
Any pressure?
I'm not actually even taking into account where his defense, offense, or anything is. How many times do we see people